Hi guys, welcome back to Magical Mishikaa. Guys, do you know where I am? Because I'm having so much fun. I'm in a playground. I'm running to a really cool place. Do you know where I am? I'm in Amsterdam. Come, I want to show you a really cool place. Look, there's an eagle. I said hi to the eagle. Now I'm walking to. Do you know where I'm walking? Because you will love where I'm walking and you have never gone there. Let's go. Do you see those tiny peoples? Do you know what it's called? That's Tiny World. And I love tiny worlds. It just show everything. The airports, the garden. I can see all of the houses. Look, it's a big, giant house. I can't believe it's so pretty. It's just like a queen castle. Now look, I'm walking. Look, there's trees also. And one people's inside. Look, there's a fish on a mountain. They're so cool. They also put water there. And there's fish. Look, I saw a fish in a tiny world. That's so cool. Look, there's an ice cream shop there. And look, little trees. I can't believe how they made these trees. These are so good trees. I can't believe them. Now I'm walking. I'm so happy. You know, these are called pigtails and they're so cute. My Mossy made them. Look, there's a duckling inside. That's so cool. And it's swimming. I didn't know the ducks can swim. Look, I touch a maze. Look, there's a maze. I can't believe there's a maze also. Look, a little house is there. I'm walking. Look. There's some shops. I can't believe there's also shops. I went to this shop before when I in London. This is a London area. And I saw that shop over there. Look, so much trees maze. And there's just some white flowers. Look. There's so many Eiffel Towers. I said, but they were not Eiffel Tower, Mommy said. Look, this is a bridge. I'm walking. Then I saw a really cool place. Castle. The castle looks so cool, I said. A real tree? That's unbelievable. Look, he is a man. He's also seeing that Uber. Now, that grey thing, that is charging the Uber. Now, it will run. Let's see. I'm waiting. I said, look, Mom. The Uber is now running. It will take a whole round. Then it will come back to charge. Look, there's some brown two seats. And I love those seats. These are my favorite types. It's so cool. I can't believe it. Look, there's a woman over there standing. Look, there's a cool house over there. I've never seen that house before. Now, in Amsterdam, now I'm running. I'm so excited. Look at those purple and pink, green flowers and trees. I can't believe. The maze is so cool. There's two mazes. Look, the house is so small, like a hut. But now there's red flowers, green flowers, purple flowers. Look, there's a windmill. The windmill looks so cool. Yay! Now I was thinking, is this a real windmill? How is this works? Mama, what is these trees? I don't know. Look, there's some so good. I can't believe. Can't believe. This is a big square. Now, and I'm in Amsterdam. Look, if I press this, look, I'm playing music, and the music plays over there. I was steering a wheel, then I just came surprised that the music is right over there. That's so cool. I can't believe it. Look, Mom, look. There's so many ponds. I can't believe that they put so many ponds here. Water canals. And look, to another lake. That's unbelievable. I can't see it. Look, there's a tower also over there. Can you see the big tower? And it's so cool. I just want to do it's so good. I just want to show you guys that this is tiny world, and I'm so happy you are looking at my reels. I will make a lot reels after this videos. Look, I'm running. Mommy is making the video for me. Look, there's a train track over there. Train track, do. Train track, do. Look, there's a big aeroplane there. That's so cool. That's a normal airplane. It doesn't fly. It just shows inside how is the pilot area. If you want to see the pilot area, you can come to Tiny World in Amsterdam. So you can see the big pilot airplane. Now look, there's a boat over there. That's so cool. There's a cruise over there. I said, Mama, come. Mama said, okay. Then I ran. This is the airport. It's so big. I can't believe they put some airplanes inside. It looks so real. I thought that I'm going in that airplane. But Mommy said, silly. And then look at those grass and trains. And look, there's also, do you know what is this? If you want to see more videos, subscribe below and follow for more. Bye guys.